Oh, holy cow, it worked. Awesome. Well, that's actually kind of terrible because it means I've been able to go live this whole time. Whatever. But I'm sorry it's so late. I just haven't been live in a really long time, and there's a lot of things to cover. Like I got an unbagging. I got to cover the new subscribers. Got to cover. We're gonna see check out the crystals that I got, and hopefully then we'll take a look at maybe a new project that I might be getting onto, and then hopefully we could talk about my new meatloaf recipe that I'm trying to perfect, and possibly do a new cooking with honest gas video featuring my latest interpretation of meatloaf. Okay, let's take a look at the really kick-ass shit we've got here. So in the background is new, as you can see. I had to get my bookshelf out from my bedroom, and I've also got my typewriter there at the bottom, and at the top there is a poster of what my dad took that picture way back when. This is also a picture that my dad took that he gave to me. So it's really cool. I'll have to show you guys later when I do a video on the background. I also managed to put the masks on the wall using little hooks and nails on the walls. Go. All right, so there's the new background here. And we'll take a look at it later in another video. I'll go over all the stuff on there, like tuning forks and all the knickknacks and doodads that I've collected over the years of my entire life. Like that's my trinket shelf essentially. All right, so let's see, unbagging, and let's do the unbagging now. Also have a new workspace background here, so I'm fiddling with my camera, and hopefully this mirror will also allow a bit more of a perspective on what's going on in the video here. I actually had to kind of tilt it to get it to do the right angle here. Let's do this bag first. So I got this really cool thing here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. Check it out. Little dirt, little smudged, but look at that really cool freaking shape. $9.95, not a bad price, not too bad at least. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna find the right shape here. So, how about maybe a project with a square, or excuse me, a triangle right smack dab in the middle there. Maybe up a little higher, probably. It'll be really interesting to see how I manage to implement this, because with the spheres, that spot on the forehead, I've actually got kind of a dent from the crystal touching my forehead all the time. So hopefully I can mount this in such a way that it won't be indenting in my forehead anymore. Man, I really actually wonder how I'm going to do that, but we'll see. We'll see how I mount that. There's that. The paper away. Jacob Downey, what's up, man? Sorry, I'm trying to fiddle with my camera here. Dealing with a similar problem, kite-shaped forehead gem. Oh, cool. Yeah. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna use it. I saw at the last minute after I'd already made all my other purchases, and I was like, holy crap, I think that would look great on my forehead. And I picked the one that was like the most triangular. This is kind of still a little skewed, but I don't think it's going to be too big a deal. But let's move on to the next thing here. It's good to see you, man. It's been too long since I've been live, and mostly because I'm lazy and freaking. I had to move a whole bunch of stuff around in here, which made this area kind of not able to be a workspace anymore. And I just didn't move my workspace, and that kind of turned into a really long break from even working on artwork, which is kind of sad. But you know, whatever. I think I needed the break anyway. Let's take a look at this. Right, this is so freaking beautiful. Oh, there we go. A beautiful obsidian orb. And this one here was made in Mexico, it says. This is an obsidian sphere at 3095. Really very beautiful. They had 3 of them, and I really desperately wanted to get all 3. But I didn't want to spend too much money, even though I already had. This is also what I got with this. It was after I'd purchased all of these. Oh, let me see about making that not move around a bunch. Where did I put that bag? All right. My crackling noise probably great. Okay. Now let's. Oh, I gotta find something to hold this thing down. Let's use a cap. There we go. All right, and this is what I went there for. I needed something to do to get myself out of this. I wouldn't say art block, more like, hey, I hope I wasn't gone for too long there. This is turning into really a hassle. My other streaming thing was way better. I'm actually going through YouTube right now to do this live stream, and I don't think I've ever done it, or at least I haven't done it in a long time. I didn't sell any plant food for 5 months. Then, bam, 9 bottles. Holy crap! Nice, awesome. Let's take a look. And so, real quick, I'm just going to show you what I have. Oh, we'll say that for a second. Let's take a look. So I got a bunch of obsidian orbs around the same size. Let's save that for a second. Let's get them out. And the price actually jumped. Now it's $3.59. Is it backwards to you? Are you seeing the picture backwards? Mother Nature, how's it going? Because for me it's backwards. Is it the same for you guys? The price went up about $2, maybe $1. No, $2. But it's well worth it because they're all the same size essentially, and get a long time to see. Yeah, it's good here. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's certainly in relation to the pandemic, things are really calmed down where I am. In fact, I think the bars are open this weekend for the first time since the start of it all. I'm going to inspect these now. I suppose I did an initial inspection before when I was at the store, but I'm going to do another one real quick, and we'll see. We'll take a good look at some of the faults. As long as the faults are all on one side, they should be fine. And it may turn out that I don't even use all of these. Oh, it's not reversed. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm hoping the sound is good too. So anything you guys notice, just let me know, because I can't seem to go on my XSplit streaming thing, and I tried it just before coming on, but it still didn't seem to work. I'm already noticing this one's a little bit lighter than the others, but that might be fine. How's everybody doing? $111 for this and what I'm about to show you. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we got one more thing to show before before we continue on to the next stage of what we might do with these crystals. All right, one more. Here we go. We show some love. Awesome. Oh, stop in and say hey and show some love. Awesome. Glad to see you. Hopefully this turns into another trend of going live regularly, because I can't really go any earlier than this, maybe 11, but the process of like getting live, it takes a really long time. I'm looking at this one here, and it actually kind of seems a little opaque, like a little see-through. I think you can kind of see that in the camera here. It's not that opaque, I guess. Oh, maybe a little bit. Huh. Interesting. Oh, that's a much lighter side there. Let's see. That one looks absolutely awesome. This one looks good too. You see a little mark there, so as long as the other side is nice and clean, that one looks good. These are actually not as dark as I'm used to getting from them, but I'd rather have them than wait for nicer ones, because I've been waiting. That's a really good one, a nice black one there. Keep him in that. Oh, here we go. Good here, meaning no problem, just stuff in. I'm tired, Motron. Must get some sleeper. Oh man, yeah, I know it's a little late. I really just wanted to do a quick update and let everyone know that I'm ready to start getting on to another thing. Also have to address that I have new subscribers ever since the pandemic, or excuse me, quarantine. I guess everybody was looking up masks, and that meant that my cyberpunk mask video increased by like 700 views since the quarantine came under, and the rest of them also got attention, but that one in particular got a huge amount of attention, which is super awesome. Hopefully I can help others and inspire them to try it themselves and get into whatever hobby they're into, kind of thing. I also see some, yeah, pandemic. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I'm so ready for all this virtue signaling to end. Freaking ridiculous. In fact, I'm even convinced that the reason I can't go live is because I said some controversial things about whatever before. Hey, there we go. There's a nice little ring going on there. So all of these look pretty darn good. They're actually almost like pearly. Like, they're not very jet black. They almost have like a pearl to them. Very pretty. So let's take a look at the last thing here. This thing, I have been staring at this. This is one of the ones that I was staring at for ever since I started going to this place, and I decided to get one. This right here is a gorgeous lapis orb here. Look at all those gold flakes. It is the camera really doesn't do much justice here. It's really blue, like super duper blue. I'm really disappointed that my camera can't really pick up that blue there, but This one here, if you guys guess how much this is, you know, this is actually a $55 for this lapis. Come on, there we go. 55.95 for this lapis here, which I would say is still a pretty good price. I could have gotten a much bigger one, like fist size, for I think it was $30, but it had a lot of white in it and almost no gold at all. So I actually think I'm happy to pay this decent price for a decent lapis. That's a little better. There we go. Really excited. So let's see where these are going to go. I'm thinking the lapis is going to have to be somewhere in the middle somewhere. And if I do manage to do the triangle, it's going to be really interesting to see if I can make that work, kind of thing, you know. But it's possible I might do the triangle for another project. But we're going to have essentially like the one back there, where it's got you know, crystals going all the way around to the back. But this one in particular, am I going to do it like that? It'd be really interesting to see, because I really want it to be in the forehead. Let's take a look at the other one here. Let's take a look. So with this one here, I wound up having to leave this space empty because it's too close to the forehead, and I really couldn't figure out a way to get a sphere on my forehead. That's why I was really excited when I found this. Let's see, how would that look? Let me put it on real quick. Oh, always being there. Put a flashlight on it? Oh, yeah, I guess I could try that. Jeez. I'll try it in just a moment. Let me get this mask on real quick. Nacho, how's it going, man? Oh, there we go. All right, let's take a look. Hmm. I may, you know, if I can get my hands on a bunch of these, then I could make like a solid line going around the rim of my head. That would be flipping awesome. $10. I don't know how many they had there. That'll have to be a project for another day. In fact, I might actually order something like that. That'd be really interesting. So imagine a solid like line coming around where these stones are you know, going like this, or they're, you know, intertwining kind of thing. I think that would be pretty darn sweet. They've honestly killed my stream 3 times. Yeah, it's like I can't go live anymore from before, like the way I used to before. I'm glad to hear it, Nacho. It's all good over here too. I just I haven't been live in a while. Brian, hey, how's it going? I texted you earlier. I just saw my text. Okay. Let me put this back. Sorry, I hit my shelf. Who dotted your eyes this time? I did. I'm into that sort of thing. check out my new background. Oh. Boop. Ah. Whoa. And I'll do a video later on that where I'm showing you guys all the stuff. Wow, I didn't know that fell. All right, let's take a look at this lapis with the light on it real quick. Stupid camera. There we go. You have yourself a good night, okay, Mother Nature? I got a little too rough with him earlier, but he wouldn't let go of my ego. Oh, I see. As a response to who dotted your eyes. Jeez. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. I really love this thing. I can't get my eyes off of it. Let's take a look. There we go. Let's take the sticker off now. Wow, that is really pretty. I just got to get that sticky stuff off. Wow, actually, you can see the blue pretty well here. I guess because of the blue behind it or something. But let's get a light on it real quick. Oh shit, there we go. Look at that. See all those little gold flakes in it? Yeah, I'd say that was worth the money. It's kind of hard to see a little bit. There, that's a little better there. But yeah, that'll definitely be going on my forehead, or certainly the centerpiece of my next mask, no matter how it works out. So I'm sure most of the people who've been around my channel and seen watched me for a while will know what I'm talking about when I bring up this project here that I want to make again, and that is, I think it's on this phone actually. Let's take a look. It's so ridiculous how often that fucking internet goes out. I hope everything's good now. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I've posted all on this channel for now since the channel has so many subs. Oh, anyway, hang on. Holy Black Orb's back, man. Those black ones obsidian? They sure are. Got 12 obsidian here. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah. And hopefully that'll be enough to go around my head. Another main thing is the coil that I'm going to use for it. Oh, let me get this picture up real quick. That way I can explain it a little better. Let's see. I don't even know where to look for this thing. It's on this new phone. Everything's all jumbled. Here it is. Okay. So this is what I want to remake. And I'm sure you guys, some of you may remember this one. And so I really, really liked this this style, this project here. And I'm going to have to, yeah, it's going to be really heavy. Yeah. Let's see, post it all on this channel for analysis. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got a bunch of subscribers from the quarantine going on, but this is what happened to this mask, guys. So here's some angles. So this is what happened to this mask. Let me make sure I don't show you guys inappropriate stuff. There's the back. And there's a good view of the back there. All right. This is what happened to it. I put way too much on it. So I have some, oh man, what is that called? Aquamarine or something like that. Some kind of jade. I forget what that green stuff is called. Some amethyst up here, and I put another amethyst there. Some more green stuff. Actually, this is not the final project product. I think there's more. Yeah, here we go. There's where it went. See, I added more green and an amethyst. Excuse me, a rose quartz at the top, and I learned, and I got that far, and I said, "Wow, this is so busy." And I tried to go backwards and wound up destroying what I made in the process. What's up, North Project? So I'm gonna try and go back to this. This and make a full crown mask out of this style here. And this is going to be a little bit up higher up onto my head so that the actual crown part, crown, and hopefully I can find something to do on the sides there. And dang it, this freaking connection is ridiculous. I hope everyone can hear me now. This is a very unreliable stream. That's streaming way to stream, that's for sure. I really want to get my thing back. It definitely got busy, that's for sure. Nacho, the audit community is still around. Oh, hang on. What am I missed? Oh, way back there. Brian, you have your own electric now? Yeah, he has a really cool invention channel now. Oh, that's why you said that. Okay. Yeah. Audit community is still around, but it's been so overrun by fake auditor wannabe YouTuber. Yeah. I haven't even been in it in a while. I'm sure it's worse than when I was in there. Yeah, for sure. All right, now that I'm all caught up with the comments here, is it still buffering? Man, I'm really upset that it won't freaking work here. I'm just gonna have to freaking try it. I'm gonna have to do something about it. Let me know when it's not buffering, I guess. Because I think I'm gonna want to talk about my meatloaf. Let's see what else there was that we're talking about. I'm actually gonna pull up YouTube real quick. Dang it, wrong phone. Okay, well, I mean, I hope it recovers, that's for sure. Let me... All right, cool. Now I'll know when it's buffering. There we go. Okay. Oh, dang it. I freaking hit a button. Of course. No, not horse. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, what I'm going to do with these orbs here, these obsidian... come on, stupid camera. I'm going to have to find a way to secure this. There we go. So I'm going to definitely be... oh, let me get the wire real quick. This is what I'm talking about. But yeah. And so the... It's saying unstable, but it's not buffering for me. All right, so I was anticipating this very project here. Oh no. Oh no. Huh. I actually wonder if I should redo these. And this is how long they are. And they have the potential to be longer. I just realized this was done before I started doing this. See, on this, it's got silver and copper. But on this, it's just copper. It really depends on how much work I'm willing to do. Ew. Oh, okay, let me turn off the rest of this stuff then. Oh, really? Let me turn that off then. Okay. All right, cool. Man, I hope that's not going to be too jumpy when you watch it again. But this for sure is going to be the, or at least I really have to think about that for a while, because you imagine how long it took to make this, and to make new ones. Wow, I'm sweating even just thinking about it. But it also means I have to get more silver wire. So let's pull up the picture again. No, not that. There we go. So looking at it here, I've got one wire that's going like this, right? And then, so there's one wire going like this. And then there's another wire that goes like this. And then wire that goes under it and a wire that goes over it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out a way if I can even make a wire long enough for this one here, and only connect. I'm hoping that if I can make a way for this to like stop at some point and then restart again later, it's going to be really tough to get that inside wire to be completely continuous. Yeah, I haven't seen a knife thing in a while. That's for sure. Good point there. A what? Giant Asian centipede out of copper and stones. Wow, that'd be really interesting. I think it would come out more like the centipede you fight in Mario, though. Maybe I'll one day try out sculptures. That'd be pretty cool. But being able to put it on my head is definitely a lot easier. That's for sure. So this is hopefully I'm going to wind up using these because this takes forever to make. Maybe I can do the outer one silver ingrained in there. Who knows? It'll be really interesting to find out whether I wind up doing that or not. And if you see how the crystals are actually mounted, there's the layer there, and then a wire coming around to hold it up, hold it in, kind of thing. Focusing on your robot build, been hard to concentrate with all the crap going on. Oh, for real? Yeah, it's apparently really bad over there in New York, guys. Brian can tell you all about it. But certainly imagine that with this in the middle instead. I really miss that howlite, but it went to another project. And so because they didn't have any good blue ones still after such a long time, I figured I'd spend the extra dollars getting the lapis lazuli. And maybe one day I'll take this chair out back and freaking spray the hell out of it with some WD-40 so it doesn't squeak anymore. All right, I think that's definitely a good cap on how I may get started on my next project, because I want it to be better than the last one, of course. You know, and I think one way of doing that is I'm going to make the crown itself more prominent. Instead of just little hoops, I'm going to make it bigger, or taller, I should say. And for the most part, maybe even hard to see through. It'll be nice, heavy, and top head. And one thing that I was thinking about was getting, like, go to the industrial fencing section of Home Depot, and finding a nice grate, or what am I trying to say? Screen of some kind that I can either hammer into shape or just bend it into shape and have like a dome on the top of it that will evenly sit on top of my head, and it'll be very stylish looking, and I'll just have to figure out a way to get that taken care of. Hopefully, what I've got in my head is that metal that they just like make cuts in a grid and then they stretch the metal out, and so it has these like twists in it, so it's not like just flat. So I'm really interested in seeing how that works out. So I guess now is a good time to get on to my latest meatloaf concoction, and it is freaking delicious, I'm telling you guys. It's let me get my recipe. Not recipe, but ingredients. So this is for a future video on cooking with honest gas, or cooking with honest gas. It's 3 pounds beef, A1 sauce, 3 lemons, 1 tube of vegetable baked Ritz crackers, Worcestershire sauce, however you say that, red, yellow, and purple onions, green, red, orange, yellow bell peppers, little cayenne pepper. I actually didn't use that in my last batch, but I'm going to try and use it next time. Salt and pepper, garlic powder, mozzarella and Mexican blend cheese, some milk. I actually put 6 eggs in this last batch, but I think I'm going to put in 4 next time. And a ½ pound of pepperoni, some Alfredo sauce. And that comes out to be the latest batch. And what I'm experimenting with now is I'm marinating the vegetables in lemon juice, and then I'm going to add that to the batch, and hopefully the bell peppers and such will retain some of that lemon taste to it, and it'll add a nice tangy flavor to when you bite down on the nice chunky vegetables. I got this idea because when I made this last batch, I did all the marinating without the vegetables because my friend doesn't like them. And so when I've added vegetables to my own batch, it got to sit for a couple of days while I was eating it slowly, making a little bit at a time and leaving the raw meat in the bag. So the vegetables were able to soak up all the juices. And so after 2 or 3 days of sitting in the fridge, that's where I started getting the taste of lemon in the vegetables. So I'm going to give this a try, get a nice couple days of soaking of the vegetables in lemon juice. Hopefully they won't be soggy. I really should have thought ahead and just had them in the meat marinating with the rest of it, but I already put a bunch of lemon juice in the bag of vegetables, so we'll see how this works out. But I'm not the reason I'm telling you guys about this is because hopefully in the future I can convince, or that we can find, Dad and I can find a time to set up some cameras inside of his kitchen, and we're going to do a full recording of my perfected meatloaf from start to finish, and I'm going to edit it to be like a cooking show kind of thing. Hopefully I can do a good job at that, but I really want to spread this recipe out to the world because it is just freaking delicious, I'm telling you. Just remember, lemon juice is acidic enough, actually cooks the veggies, so too long they'll turn peppers to mush. Oh man, I'll bet that's gonna happen too. And those vegetables aren't freaking cheap. Like it's almost like $5 for a yellow freaking bell pepper. So I'll have to check it in a minute here and then see how it looks, and hopefully it won't be too bad. I think that's about all I wanted to cover. Let me just double check real quick. What does my description say here? New background, a whole bunch of new subscribers, an unbagging of new goodies, plan the next project, talk about the future. Go. Okay, I think we've already covered all the talking points today. I guess maybe I'll talk more about my new subscribers. I think it's really cool that I've got a whole bunch of new viewers and stuff like that. I should have probably done this in the beginning of the video, so they didn't have to listen through all of this 42 minutes of me talk about stuff. Yeah, I go to Tom Thumb because Tom Thumb is where I work, so it's just really convenient to, get all the grocery shopping done right after work. But definitely excited to get a new project going and get a wider audience at the same time, because I kind of been out for a little bit, not doing any live streaming or even any projects at all, not even doing videos of projects, let alone projects. And so glad to be back, and I'm gonna have to really hunker down and stop playing this damn video game on my phone. I'm telling you, it's horribly addicting. It's one of the main reasons I haven't gone live in a while, but it's really awesome. I just want to say it's called Infinitode. And if you're really looking for something to waste all of your time, then I definitely recommend playing that game. It's a lot of fun. It's like a tower defense game. I don't want to. I'm not trying to make a promotional video for this game, but I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why I've not been doing any projects, since I got really horribly addicted to playing that game. Kind of like that spell from, or not spell, but my obsession with Skyrim. When I finally got that game, I played that thing for like 3 weeks, falling asleep in my chair, only getting up to go to the bathroom and eat. Went up by 350 subs in the last 35. Hell yeah, man! Just shy of 4K. Yeah, I think that's about how. Not about. Sorry, I didn't get 350. I think I've gotten at least 50 subscribers just from Cyberpunk alone. The middle, the bottom one there. If you guys remember that mask, that one there. And which is really crazy, because it's funny that this is the one that got so much attention, because this is like 3 masks ago. And I like this one maybe a little more than this one, even though I've worn this one much longer. Oh, goodness. Can I even do this? What do you guys think of my new background? Oh my gosh. I'm really excited that I managed to get this thing going. Because I do like the black background, which is over here. But that's kind of hard to get, like, all the corners without buying more fabric. But this is my religious paraphernalia collection, where I have all my these are my children's Bibles from here to here. These are my collection of Bibles from friends and from donations from churches. Like these are my Mormon Bibles when I was inviting Mormons over and stuff like that. But I'll do another video of my background, like my awesome typewriter that I used to write my poetry with, and all the cool stuff on my shelf here, like this here. Oh, check that out. Whoa. Oh yeah. These are the flakes from my second trench coat. Second soda tap trench coat. But again, I'll do a video of my bookshelf all on its own, because there is a shit ton to cover, and of course, you know, all the stuff up there too. You know, like my cross over here and whatnot. But that's the background. My beautiful typewriter. I'm in the middle of fixing the ribbon. Work area is looking a lot better. Oh yeah, yeah. I worked pretty hard to move all this stuff back into this room here, and it still took me forever to go live again. So much random stuff, so many different electronic components people donate to me. 2 giant shelving units in my room. Stuff I have. Stuff overflowing into boxes of random piles. Yeah, off camera, that's what it looks like. This is made nice for you, for my family, my viewers. In fact, this rose right here is from CT Trucker's wife. If I remember, I'm pretty sure that's right. And she made this for me, and they sent it to me while they were on the road. Really pretty. Smells like wool. And of course, every bookshelf needs a bookshelf tea set. You know, that's my bookshelf tea set there. There we go. Here's something cool. Little. Let's see. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. What is that? This is a perfume vial. I guess they're kind of popular. I see them all over the antique shops and stuff like that. But my friend Weston gave them to me. There's another red one up there, right there. And I filled it with the insides of these. So you know those so you know those little medicine things where it keeps the moisture out, the little silicone balls. I broke them open and filled this thing with it. There we go. Now you can see it. Everyone needs a good porn shelf. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is my religious porn. This is all my, I call it my religious paraphernalia collection, where my pride of my collections is usually my children's Bibles. There are so many of them. It's outrageous. I didn't even get my hands on all the ones I found. Oh yeah, the old Victorian era perfume vials can get thousands of auctions. Probably not this one. I'm pretty sure this is less than 20 years old. There's definitely a lot of stuff on my shelf, that's for sure. Like this very beautiful wooden box. Look at that. Every single one of those is a piece. How much do you think this is worth? You're wrong. It's like $5. I don't know how anybody can make money making something like this and only selling it for like $15-$20 when it's new. You know, it's pretty insane. Now I suppose I'm just on to say hello and catch up, guys. I think I've already talked about all the things I wanted to talk about. Oh, you know what? Actually, check this out. So I was going through my other projects to see if I may work on them, like build from them, kind of thing. Kind of like this mask here is a build from a headdress like this one, where it goes back to the back, and I just kind of put a face on it, and it made it more than what it was. So we take this one off. I literally have hundreds of different electronic components, microchips, different modules, stuff I don't even know. You can make a Frankenstein or a robot Frankenstein out of all that. So some of you may remember this headdress here. This is the one I actually used to wear every day before I made that one there. And then some also may remember this one here, which is more like a crown for the most part in terms of the front here. So I actually kind of want to emulate some of this style onto my next project if I can. I think that it being chunky, I probably won't be able to, but I'm hoping that I can. Maybe on the sides of the head, where the crown is up here, but we'll see. Now, in the middle of talking about this, yeah, I'm more just annoyed that it's still going on. I'm ready to go back to the club. Apparently, the clubs are opening up again next weekend, or at least the club I go to is opening up next weekend. And I plan on hopefully getting to go on a good day. All right, let's take a look, guys. In the middle of checking these things out and seeing them for first time in forever, I was like, holy crap, check this out. Yeah. Do you imagine if I somehow managed to connect these two together to make a super headdress crown thing, right? That would be so awesome. And I know it's a bit odd that there's two there, but I think that I'll just barely get away with that by virtue of it being really freaking awesome. Yeah, Brian King, I tell you, he's definitely not having a good time with this pandemic, because New York and all, because New York sucks. So let's take a look at this. So I really like this one, and I'm not terribly keen on modifying it in any way. So I actually have this other one that I made shortly after this one, but I wanted to make it better or chunkier or fancier or whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at this one here. Let's see. With this one. A lot of these haven't been adjusted in a while, so they're probably not going to fit very well at first. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Kind of like it. It's definitely a toss-up. If it was the intended style, I think I'd like it, but it does seem to be ever so slightly too busy. Yeah, exactly what I was just thinking. Yeah. Still kind of like it though, because I need to. Ow! God damn it! I need to replace the one I'm wearing somehow. And I think I may just have to make a completely new one. There we go. Managed to get them apart. So I may have to just make a completely new one. Something that goes across the top and has this sort of, well, I guess a crown is kind of gaudy for public. I do still like this one. I'll take another look at this one. We get another one here. Let's see if I can get a good look at all of them. Oh. Well, there's this one. Wow, I don't have a lot of good ones. And none of those are worth looking at. But this one kind of is. Let's take a look at this one. Here we go. Hey, there we go. That actually might work a little better. It looks good in the front, though. It just doesn't look very good from the side, I guess. These definitely do fit a little better together, though. I have to say that for sure. Yeah. There we go. It's really hard to imagine that in my head. I'm trying to think of the angle of approach here. Let's try this here. Well, I guess, do I want it to be like this tall? Let's take a look at my other crown real quick. I'm going to put it on real fast. I'm actually having to go to the bathroom here pretty soon, and we're coming up on an hour. Let's see. All right, let's try this. Oh man, I just love the way that feels. It's like skin tight. I can feel it all across my head and cheekbones. It's a very good fit, that's for sure, and it just doesn't wiggle. It's very good. All right, so what I'm looking at here is my issue is it might not be tall enough. Maybe something a bit gaudier would probably do fairly well. I'm thinking that's a bit tall. Kind of running into the same problem I had last time, is that it just really feels like this is too tall. Maybe this is a good height, I guess. Maybe I'll have it like all like that. Dang, I can barely see through this thing. Or I can't read from... Yeah, that mask is awesome. Woo! Yeah, I really like this one. Unfortunately, I just... there's like this little space right here that I could see really well from. So that's what I used to read, but I guess it's just barely able to read that from here. There you go. That, yeah. Almost. There we go. Yeah, that mask is awesome. Yeah, definitely take a look at that. Oh, see, I have to be careful to make sure that that doesn't stick out. I'm hoping that future masks, when I start doing sewing, will have its own thing under it, so that I don't have to uh, wear this thing all the time. Hell yeah, it was good seeing you, North Sac. I'm glad to be back, that's for sure. I took way too long a break. Thinking go that was actually kind of the idea at first. That was supposed to be the project that what got me distracted with the antlers from before, is that was what that project was supposed to be. But I made the antlers so goddamn big that I really couldn't figure out a way to like make it work. So uh, that mask is actually with a friend right now, and if she can prove, if she can like finish it, I guess I'm gonna give it to her. It's really, it's kind of hard to give away like 30 hours of freaking time, but if she really appreciates it, then it will be worth it. Really like that obsidian. It's like, so beautiful, so block. All right. I guess that's probably going to be it for tonight. It's about an hour long. I kind of have to go to the bathroom, and I have to go to bed soon too. I just got a car recently, and running around trying to get it insured and stuff like that has been a pain in the butt. It's insured right now. It's just my insurance. Oh yeah, nice. It actually came into effect about an hour and a half ago, so that's good. But now I gotta wait at the DMV or wherever to get the title transfer tomorrow. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. I think we'll take a moment to say our goodbyes, our last chance to bring up topics, or maybe ask a question or something like that. That's pretty darn triangle shaped there. So imagine up here. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty darn badass car. It's a limited edition 2000, excuse me, a 1999 4Runner, and it's got like awesome perks. It's got so many perks, I don't even know what they are. Like, it's really awesome. Very glad to have the opportunity. It's been my dad's car forever, and we've got mileage on there from going on family trips when I was like 10. So it's a pretty badass car for how old it is too. And so funny is that when I was like 13, 14, 15, I was like, that's going to be my car, not realizing that it was going to be 20 years old by the time that that dad's done using it. But it's in really good shape, so that's good. Scratch my foot. Yeah, and I hope this starts a new trend of me going live regularly again. I don't think it's going to be able to be much earlier than like 11 at the earliest in Central Time, because it's about 10 o'clock by the time I'm finally able to relax and work on like getting the stream going. And so if I get like right on it by the time I get home, and then have it ready when I'm done taking care of my landlady, then I can go a little earlier. But work ends at 9. Got to be here by 9:30. Done taking care of my landlady by 10 to 10:30, which leaves a little bit of time left to get ready for a live stream. So I'll try and go live fairly regularly and work on stuff so people can watch working on it. Also, before I go, I want to maybe get some good editing software for my computer so that I can like redo some videos that would be way better in time lapse as opposed to 5-second intervals of the project being worked on. So if I can bring up the courage to freaking spend some money on some software to do some proper editing, then that'll be something in the future as well. Your neighbor has a 4Runner. I was just thinking today that'd be a nice vehicle to have. It is a nice vehicle. They're built very well, and they even have like a cult-like following for this brand of vehicle, for this particular style of vehicle. Dallas has an enormous junkyard. I'm telling you, it's like a crap ton of cars there, and they only had 2 available to pick from. And the one of them that we're looking at actually had what we needed already picked from it. So we were real slim pickings that nobody wants to throw them away. They just keep them running forever. It's really crazy. Best video editing. Power Director is the best video editing program around. Does it work for 32-bit though? That's what sucks about my computer, is it's a 32-bit, not a 64. And that was going to be one of my major purchases, was to be a new computer. PC version is amazing. It's under 200, and maybe more than what I need. I just need something that'll allow me to freaking time lapse, no problem. You know, I even need to start thinking about maybe doing like scripts. I don't know. Hey, gotta love carpet pythons. How's it going? You missed a whole bunch of stuff. We've been on about an hour. So, what am I using to live stream? I'm using YouTube, and it doesn't work so well. It's really awful, actually. Just missed it, yeah. But we were looking at I got a bunch of new crystals, and we're gonna make a new project here. I got 12 amethyst orbs there. This is just for fun. I might use that in a project in the future, but I really just wanted it to touch and hold on to when thinking about stuff. I also got this really cool triangular shaped obsidian, and oh, here it is. This really beautiful lapis stone here. Just once you start with messing with different editing features, you'll get addicted. Hell yeah. Yeah, it is really nice. This was $55 for this thing, and I want to say it's worth it for sure, because it's going to go smack dab in the middle, centerpiece in the middle of the 12 amethyst, obsidian, where it's going to probably, I want to kind of avoid doing the same sort of goes up, comes down. I want to do something more like a nice solid arch or crown part, kind of work on the crown being up here. Here we go. There's a good example. Kind of like this, where it's not down here, it's up here kind of thing. And it'd be a little taller. It's really hard to, hey, that's a bit big. That's a bit big indeed for something like, do you imagine, right? Like the crowd's like this big. It's coming around. Just be ridiculous. Oh, that'd be ridiculous. I wonder if I have a decent sized orb for that. We'll see here. Let's see here. Oh, I don't think I do. Let's see here. Let's see how big that is. Just bought some red jasper the other day. Hey, yeah, that's actually really pretty. Jasper is almost tiger-like, if I remember correctly, like tiger stripes. Or maybe I'm thinking, huh? Let's take a look. Oh, you know what? It may not be in. It's not. I don't know where that is now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I forgot about this. Oh, I have another one. That's funny. Hey. Oh, wow, that's much smaller. It sucks. Keep it separate. I was trying to think of what I was remembering here. Let's see here. I know I've got it somewhere. It's here somewhere. How bizarre. How bizarre. Well, I just found where all those freaking gnats are coming from. Damn, nectarines just sitting there. Yeah, I guess I have it stored somewhere. That sucks. Oh, man. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. What's up, G-Tag? I'll be right back, guys. I was going to end the stream, but another G-Tag. Whew, sorry about that. I should have gone to the bathroom before I went live. Okay, all right. There we go. I wish they had. Oh, what did I miss? Ow. Odd, YouTube took away the go to channel menu when you tapping some of the. Oh, weird. I guess they tried that for a little bit and decided to take it away. Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear you say, well, ayo. How's it going, G-Tag? Good to see you. What's he making now? Check a look. Check a look. This is not going to be part of it, but I do have 12 obsidian here, all about the same quality, same size, and a beautiful lapis orb here. And so the next project will hopefully be along these lines here, where it's going to be something like that, where, you know, go all the way around kind of thing. But what makes this particularly special is that it's going to be done with head coils, like a project I did way back when, like this. Oh, wrong phone. Yeah. Like this one. There we go. So some of you might remember this particular project here, where it was. Oh, that's funny. You can see my reflection on the screen. But you know, all that being done with heady coil was really awesome, really chunky, beautiful. And so instead of that, we'll have the lapis. Yeah, G-Tag just went through a pretty traumatic experience pretty recently. My goodness. You have any available gas? I might have to purchase one. Do I have any available gas? Or is there supposed to be a comma there? Yeah, I took way too long to go live, that's for sure. Of the crowns? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some, you know. Unfortunately, I need your head to be here. So if you want, we can totally do a crown together. This one right here is actually a project that my coworker started, and she's gonna make her own mask like the one I've got up there, where it's gonna have arches and stuff like that. So this is the one that she started and is working on. It's gonna have, I think it was a tiger's eye, I think, and some, I think, I forget what they were. I know the bag's over there, but and then onyx, hematite, onyx, hematite, onyx, hematite, all the way to the back, and that's her project there. Slow going, of course, because you know we never have the time, but it's definitely in the process there. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think you'd look pretty good with a crown. Something a little more flashy than this kind of thing. I'm really interested in replacing this one and wearing a different, you know, making one to wear regularly and then converting this one into maybe something else. Because I see these like giant eyebrows here, and I think I can maybe flatten them out and make a, I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting to see what I do with this. So I have to detach it here and see about what I'm gonna alter it into. So who knows? Who knows how that will turn out? But I'm at the end of the stream here, guys. I think um, I guess we can continue if we want. I don't really have much else to talk about other than, you know, whatever you guys want to talk about, kind of thing. I never know when to end my stream, so it's up to you guys. Trying to think of something. Maybe I know that here in Dallas the quarantine is not doing super tyrannical. Mostly Houston and places like that are being super tyrannical about this whole thing. Um, yeah, yeah, it was certainly a situation that escalated pretty darn quickly. That's for sure. Um, I'm not sure it had much to do with race. It's really hard to know anymore. You know, it's really hard to know. That's for sure. I mean, the fact that they were like, "Hey, you don't belong here," is already fucked up. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. You're not supposed to be here. Like, bitch, maybe I'm visiting somebody. Like, what the fuck does that? What is that supposed to mean? Like, are you the neighbor police or something? Yeah, really silly. It's really silly. That's for sure. That's a nice shiny black. That obsidian. Um, I was working on a suit of armor, and it seems like every time I make an attempt to work on something that big, um, that's what really burnt me out. Was once I had no workspace, I really couldn't work on the armor very easily, and I just stopped working on it. So it's just like, man, I can't believe I took such a long break. Yeah, 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 you're a neighbor, and he's still, yeah, yeah, it's just all kinds of crazy. I know that Brian King's in a pretty hairy situation in New York, in terms of like the craziness of people around. They say if ended up like countrywide shutdowns. Yeah, yeah. My neighborhood, I live in a fairly posh neighborhood. A lot of rich old people live in this neighborhood, and right in front of my house is this very popular creek. And there really isn't even like walkways. There's like a bridge and maybe some dirt paths, but like it's a very popular spot. People come from all over like all the way out from DFW, Fort Worth, and even maybe even further out a little bit, come to this freaking creek to take their prom pictures, their graduation, their baby, their wedding, everything you can think of that people would take pictures. They come to this creek. It's crazy. Prom, the whole street is just completely full of freaking limousines. It's just ridiculous. Um, and, uh, and now that the flowers are out, there's like no parking. They've like whole fields dedicated to wildflowers. It's really beautiful. In fact, I should probably do a video of those flowers before they wilt. It's just a lot of bugs. And there's like this waterfall thing, like a waterfall creek thing in the back that really overflows pretty spectacularly when it's raining outside, which is what it's supposed to do. I gotta be careful when I'm wearing my rings. I accidentally chipped my obelisk uh, with one of my rings. Yeah, gotta get something for that squeak. Damn, where is it? I know you. There we go. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this one. My obelisk, my obsidian obelisk. Wow, so pretty. That'd be pretty cool. Something like that. Like, bing! Like a weapon. Be pretty sweet. And of course, oh! And of course, my artifact, or whatever you want to call it. I got to do more of these, that's for sure. More of these, you know, decorative pieces, I guess is what you'd call it. Accentuating the crystal. All right, I guess. Oh, here we go. I came by to see the art piece. Say hello at the lay. Oh yeah, hey, yeah. Say hi to your family for me, and I think I'm gonna take that cue and head out as well. I'm glad that I was able to go live. I really didn't know if I could or not before I started today. So I'm glad that at least there's a way to go live, even if it is fairly unreliable in terms of internet connection, that's for sure. But definitely looking forward to seeing what we work on here in the future, and I'll have to see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to try and come back on regularly, not just like once a week. If I can ever get a day off. I had my day off today, but they called me in because there's really no one else to do the position I'm in. If the one that they got for my days off doesn't show up, so I'll see you guys later. It was lovely seeing all of you, and hopefully I won't be a too big a stranger. We need to talk about the live stream we wanted to do, and I need one more person for discussion of religion. Hey, yeah, I'll be happy to get on a panel for a reasonable um, uh, and polite discussion on controversial topics, especially now that I've had all these years of refining the topic, or at least whatever. But definitely look forward to that awesome, freaking super duper duper awesome meatloaf with cooking with honest gas. It's not going to happen soon. It will happen eventually, but I'm hoping to make a nice, high production, high quality, well edited cooking video on my meatloaf, and I'll just have to see you guys later. Yeah, 2048 over there. I know that. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, here, end stream.